so much.
Wow, no, mahalo to you guys. Mahalo to the Aipono Ohana for inviting me to be part of this. O wau o ka mauna ka hae ali'i ua hana ia mai au ma ka mokupuni o Ahu, e ohana ko'u, ko mākua kane o Manu, ko mākua hine o Ivy, a mahope Ipo. My name is Wilmot Kamanu Kahaiali'i. I'm thankful for this honor, this privilege. In the family of, I was born, there was 5 of us. Now there's like 14 brothers and sisters. You probably know my most celebrated sibling is the very talented and incomparable Mr. Willie K, who passed away recently. My family was built on a foundation of music. Music is medicine to the soul for those who grew up in my house. The culture is very, very important to me in our ohana. We have learned of late that there are so many valuable cultural principles. What we call them mea makamai. These are the treasures, the jewels that are handed down from generation to generation, so that we can share that with the people who are part of or influence or we share our lives with. And Ho'oponopono is one of those jewels, one of those treasures. And I hope that in our journey as we move forward in this element, that we will all learn and grow together. Ho'oponopono. Basically, in very general terms, in very Western terms, Ho'oponopono is a process of conflict resolution. And in order for Ho'oponopono to be implemented effectively, you have to get all the elements that are involved with the conflict, the dispute, the contention, whatever it is. You have to give it a place and a space where those conflicts can be resolved effectively. And the way my parents taught it to me, and the way I've had to use it, is that we need to, my father would call a family meeting. We go into this family meeting, have our opening protocols, and he would turn this into a very family-oriented, proactive kind of a conflict resolution process, where everyone gets to hear the dispute and everyone gets to participate in the resolution. For Ho'oponopono to really be effective, everyone needs to be ready. Everybody needs to be ready and aware that at any time, inspiration can hit them. And as it enters their core, prompt them to contribute a little piece of, a little gem that's going to be effectively used in the family. Whenever Ho'oponopono is called upon, usually it's because in one party or the other, one party is the receiver of the conflict or the contention or encroachment or dispute that is is disrupting this individual or this group of people mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And when those kinds of disruptions are present, like in my case, my dad would just say, okay, we need to have a family meeting, and we sit, check in, and we get into it. Sometimes we're not aware that we can be the source. Sometimes we're not aware that we could be the cause. Maybe something that was said, maybe something that was done. And it just kind of, caused somebody to feel like they were either attacked, judged, encroached upon, and the person has been violated, whether that's mentally, physically, or emotionally, it's real. And there needs to be some resolution. We're all gonna face it. We all deal with it. Even now, as I'm coming up on, I'm gonna be 59 this year, there's always new opportunities for Ho'oponopono to be engaged. Because sometimes it's just a simple little misunderstanding. I don't know how many of you guys have been aware of what's going on in the world, but you're beginning to see how conflicts and contentions are creating some rifts that if a simple admission of fault or an I'm sorry really could help resolve the dispute. And that's usually what it is. It requires us to just take a breath, put our egos aside, and let's engage as beautiful, gifted, intelligent contributors to this journey we call life. So what I'm going to do is let me Clayton, can I share a PowerPoint?
Please do what you
Okay, awesome. Ooh, make me the host, please, Clayton.
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah, hi, Clayton. Okay, let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, I think you just hover over my name.
Yeah, I got it. Let's try this.
Okay, excellent. So what I'm about to share with you is a chant that I use for whenever I'm teaching these cultural workshops, and I love teaching this chant to the children of the schools that I teach. It's the E'ala chant. And I want you to see this, watch this as I do this chant, and let's see what we get after it. E'ala is the sun is rising, therefore it is time to awake. Okay. When we are called to rise with the sun, we find ourselves at the shoreline of the ocean early in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. We go into the ocean, we hiuvai, and hiuvai is to wash off, just wash away all of that lepo, all of that opala, to wash all of that grief and all of that pain. And then we turn toward the east, and this is the chant we do. And it goes like this. E'ala e kala ikahikina, ikamuana, kamuana honu, pi ikaleva, kalevanu, ikahikina, ayakala, e'ala e. E'ala e kala ikahikina, ikamuana, kamuana honu, pi ikaleva, kalevanu, ikahikina, ayakala, e'ala e. E'ala e kala ikahikina, ikamuana, kamuana honu, pi ikaleva, kalevanu, ikahikina, ayakala, e'ala e. For us, culturally and spiritually, the watching the rising sun invokes images and thoughts of the need for us to awaken to a new being. You're not the same person today as you were yesterday. As you draw your first breath and you watch the sun rise, E'ala e means awake. The sun is rising. Kala ikahikina, the sun is rising out of the east. I kamoana, kamoana hohono. Kamoana is the ocean. Kamoana hohonu. Hohonu is very, very deep. Pi kaleva is the sun is climbing. Kaleva nu'u, high above the heavens. Ikahikina, from the east. Aya kala, the sun is rising. E'ala e, time to awake. So think about it. What does that mean to you when the sun is rising? Do you draw strength or energy from the sun? Do you feel that its rays or its energy connects with something deep inside here? Here? When I teach it to the children, I let them know that just like the sun, they are divine. They are all beautiful, gifted, intelligent contributors. Even at the 3rd grade level, they still have something valuable to contribute to the whole of the community in which they live and breathe. Being intelligent, gifted contributors allows us to play a role of helping to serve one another, empower one another, strengthen each other. It's no different for the Pono Ohana. You each bring to your family all of these gifts that call you to play an important role in the lives of those who are seeking healing. As we continue to roll forward in our Ho'oponopono workshops, I'm going to introduce an Olelo no Eau, a Hawaiian proverb, and that hopefully that proverb kind of becomes a mantra for the day, or even for the week, perhaps even for the month, or even the rest of your life, that you can draw on for strength. There's no magic involved. This is very, very real stuff, and it's applicable to you as a born, beautiful, gifted, intelligent contributor. When you start to understand and appreciate these values and incorporate it in the work that you do, then the magic happens. Yeah, it comes through you. It comes through the work that you do. And you'll find a sense of gratitude, purpose, and this renewed sense of I am, therefore I will be, and continue to contribute to the mutual benefit of others. You're going to find that sometimes if you are the kumu, or the source of the conflict, it requires you to have a measure of ha'aha'a. Yeah, be humble. If you're on the ha'aha'a, humble end of things, you can receive what contributions will be given to you, so that we can all work together to bring in about this beautiful resolution that makes for the beautiful world in which we live. I'm going to stop right there. I'd like to ask a question. Having viewed that slide, hearing the chant, and looking at the images, what are some of the inspired thoughts that come to you? Anybody? Don't be shy. And if the sun doesn't work for you, some of us, we're water. Some of us, we're earth. And we'll go discover those elements and how it applies to the work that we do. Okay, anybody? Sun?
Something about the sun as a spiritual symbol, for me, that's very powerful, is that it doesn't discriminate on who it shines. And then the other thing that I often find exciting working with people is this idea that the sun, as representative of the innate goodness in them, can be covered by clouds, can become unseen. It doesn't mean that it's no longer there. And eventually, clouds will part and the light and warmth will be experienced again.
I love it. Thank you. Anybody else?
For me, I think it's the fact that every day the sun comes up, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day to start over, and whatever happened the day before, you can move forward or reflect, but it's always a brand new day. It's always a new beginning.
Exactly what I was thinking too. Thanks.
Anyone else? Okay. One of the really important practices to Ho'oponopono is this idea of aloha, right? This living, breathing, being process of sharing the inner breath, your inner light, your inner fire. In the Aloha Protocol, we're going to find opportunities to bridge and to work together. Mind to mind. We agree to disagree. We share a collective consciousness. We know that we are going to acknowledge each other's intelligence. When our noses touch, there's a bridge between two souls. As we breathe in, breathe out, we acknowledge that we're both living and breathing physical and spiritual beings, that we all possess gifts that are designed to be contributed and to help each other learn and grow. When you have this in mind and you work this way, the challenges, come what may, are going to be but small little, maybe little stumbling blocks, but it'll give you an opportunity to pause and reflect and draw upon the lessons that you learn and put them into practice. Ho'oponopono doesn't work if we don't put it into practice. Sometimes it's going to require one to dig in deep emotionally and be the first one to initiate it. The first one to say, "E kala mai ia'u." I'm sorry. I had no idea that I said something to hurt your feelings. The other person will have to find the strength to say, "E kala mai ia'u," for letting your words hurt me and adversely affect me, so that I couldn't be an effective contributor to this ohana. Well, those opportunities are going to come. And I assure you, as you actively engage this process, you're going to find strength in it. And just as the sun surely rises, you'll find a sense of, what is it? You will find a sense of warmth. You will find a sense of understanding. And you'll find clarity in your vision and your purpose for being. I'm looking forward to this, guys. I hope you are. I will have a series of PowerPoints ready for us. And we may find ourselves having to take a series of field trips, if you will. And hopefully by engaging this beautiful island in which we live, draw upon Maui's mana to add to the mana that we already possess to make us even more beautiful, even more effective, intelligent, and purposeful contributors in this journey we call life. Everybody good?
Good. Thank
Good.
you. Aloha, Wilmot.
Just so you guys know, we're not all here by accident. There's going to be some amazing journeys and discoveries in
Yes.
many days and months, and
Yeah.
this is cool.
Very nice. Thank you.
Anytime, Clayton, and please don't hesitate to call. This is the kind of stuff I live for. I just want to help elevate and empower other people and help them find their really inner power and inner potential and then go out and just deliver.